What is going on, everybody? Casual Crypto here, talking about Tomb Finance and what happened recently and what I'm doing myself. So, what is going on? Welcome to Casual Crypto. We always cover new projects and also yield farming DeFi updates so that you can get a good understanding of what is happening in the space. If you're new here, I welcome you guys to subscribe to this channel because we're always covering new projects and updates. And remember to be sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe and take the little bell notification icon. So let's get to it. So Tomb Finance, if you are not aware, Tomb had a massive tumble recently following the 37 million Fantom incentive program, where the price of Fantom is going up. Tomb, along with his T-shares, took a tumble, dropping up almost about 90% in the last week alone. As you may not be aware, Tomb is supposed to be a one-to-one peg token, where it's a stable token to Fantom. We're supposed to stick like one-to-one to Fantom, but it's after this exploit that happened, Tomb has lost a lot of value. People started selling the Tomb tokens, and it has dropped to about 1/10 of a Tomb, to 1/10 of a Fantom token. So this is actually not that great news for those who have been holding on to Tomb or T-share, but this is just the reality of any project. No project is solid forever. If you look at Twitter, you can see that Tomb didn't really pin the tweet talking about what happened. Right, they have an outdated tweet post, but if you scroll down a bit more, they do have like a post-mortem post on Medium, and usually the term post-mortem is for something that died, right? So I don't know like whether this could be just a based on translation error, or is this foreseeing that they may not survive. But when you look at this, what happened was there was an exploit where someone was able to get around the gatekeeper tax in transacting, which is unfortunate because the whole idea of Tomb is every time you do a transaction, you get taxed, and this tax buys more Tomb token to balance out the peg, right? And unfortunately, what happened was there was a hacker who discovered this loophole, and he did exploit a bit, but what happened? How Tomb collapsed was actually what happened afterwards, where he went on Discord, he stirred up a lot of FUD, and people got scared and they started dumping it. And what happened? Because of this, it was very unfortunate. And what was even more shocking was the development firm was informed about this exploit by the auditor, like when they first started. But unfortunately, the team decided to not address this right away. They wanted to address it much later on. So what happened was so this loophole was around. They didn't address it. They were scared that it may cause a bank run when they fix the tax. I don't know whether fixing it would have caused a bank run, but this is what they're saying as an excuse to not address it. But what happened did happen, right? Someone shared the exploit, people started dumping, and the core team claims that they had to take a break from this to not, I guess, personally address this until they do it on Medium. Whether this is good customer service or not, I'll let you guys decide. But personally, I would expect a bit more from the core team in addressing an issue instead of just letting their like community moderators handle. And what I'm aware of is what you may want to pay attention is this part right here, where for the time being, the core team will be giving management to the moderators, right? And they plan to retreat to focus on working on something new, right? That may continue to benefit the Tomb users. So it seems like the core team, they are leaving everything to the community moderators. Whether these are paid staff or volunteers, we won't know. But there's a chance that they may be pulling a soft rug, but I'm not completely certain. But this, by posting this, they have lost a lot of confidence from within their investor and community, right? But they are planning on rolling out something that can help with the Tomb vaults, and they also plan on working on a new project coming out in the next 3 weeks. So with all this, it seems like they have promises for new projects. They're coming out with new things. But the question is, what about for all of us here, right? Those of us who have been entombed, those of us who have been like investing in the space, those of us who have lost like 90% value on capital, right? Should you still stay? And it really comes down to like where you are in the position. Like, if you look at the article, they said at the very beginning that if you need the money, withdraw them instantly. Whether this is financial advice, I don't think so, but it shows that it does say a bit about like their confidence in what is happening in this space. Of course, what I'm sharing is not financial advice, so you have to do your own research, your own due diligence, see like what works for you. But for what I am doing, I have been within Tomb Finance. I am in two positions. One is the T-share and Fantom liquidity pool, where I bought T-shares and I paired them up with Fantom and put it in. And the capital, right? The capital I put in has lost value, but over the course of time, it has generated a lot of T-shares. And I've been using the T-shares to stick into the masonry, where from there, where I have been getting tomb. And from the tomb I've been selling them. So for myself, I've been able to offset my losses, my capital, and everything else I have left in here is the house's money, especially what I have in the T-share right here. So with what I am doing, what I have left is not really a lot, but right, so it makes no sense for me to pull out whatever left I have in here. So for my case, I'm actually planning on keeping my T-shares here, and then whatever tomb I'm making, because it's not 1-to-1 peg right now, is at like 1/10 the peg. I'm actually going to keep my tomb in here. I may claim it from time to time, but most likely I probably won't claim it at all, and just leave it here, right, until the off chance that it may regain peg 1-to-1. And if it doesn't, I mean, it's just house's money I'm losing, right? While here with the T-share Fantom, I'm actually going to be pulling out of here, and because there's no point in working with T-shares. They are planning on, the Tomb team said that they are planning on coming up with a new system. So as a result, T-shares may not be worth that much in the long run, especially with a new system. So I'm actually going to be pulling out, and in my personal opinion, with Fantom announcing $370 million of incentives coming out, I expect there's going to be a lot of new projects coming up in the next 3 weeks, and the capital I have here can be better put into those other projects. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm pulling out of this. I'm out of the cemetery, but I'm still keeping masonry here. And thankfully, I have broken even like with my project, and this is why like you always want to take profit. Like during the whole time I've been in Tomb, right? Every time I had Tomb minted from here, I would sell it right away. And this is how like you always want to play. Like whenever you play, this is not financial advice, but the way I go about is I always try to get my initial capital out first, right? And whether this is through for this case, I selling yield, right? So this was what I did. So yeah, so I mean, overall what happened with Tomb is unfortunate. I sort of wish that didn't happen, but you should expect that when you're in a DeFi space, when you're in any space in crypto, anything could happen. Stuff like this could happen. People lose the money if you're not careful. And this is why you need to have a game plan. You need to have an exit plan. You need to start taking profit, paying back your capital, right? And only if put in what you could afford to lose. So yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated with what other projects I'll be getting into, especially now that Tomb is no longer profitable anymore. I'll be telling you guys what other projects I'll be risking myself into. But overall, yeah, you have to be careful with what you're doing. Only put in what you could afford to lose. So yeah, so with that said, yeah, there's a lot of excitement in the Fantom space, and I'll be keeping you guys up to date with this. I'll be putting out new videos on Fantom and new DeFi youth farming projects and comparison videos. So if you want to be kept up to date with all the projects in the Fantom ecosystem, you want to know what I'm doing, all the game plan and all the strategies I'm doing, be sure to hit that like button, hit that little bell with the subscribe notification. So yeah, so we'll always be covering new projects for everyone. So yeah, so yeah, so stay safe, everybody. It's a crazy space out there, but I'm sure that if we stick to a plan and we play it safe, we will get out of here and thrive in the space. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace and love, my friends, and God bless.